Hey y'all, welcome to today's What's for Dinner video. I was over here editing and thought I would do an intro because I'm bad about not doing that. I wanted to let y'all know I'm only sharing 2 meals this week. This week has been a busy week. Bryce had a baseball game Monday. He had another baseball game Thursday. Courtney had a track meet Thursday. Adrian had a doctor's appointment Thursday, and Monday we were busy with his game, so I only cooked on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, and over the weekend we didn't do a lot of cooking. So yeah, I only got 2 meals, but I think they'll be good meals and they're easy meals. So if you're looking for something for easy, busy weeknight meals, I think you'll like these 2 meals that I'm sharing. And next week I hope to have, hopefully we'll have a normal, at least normal week of meals. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank y'all for coming over here and watching, and if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. I do What's for Dinner I do What's for Dinner videos every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, and I've been working on trying to add some more videos, but recently I haven't, but hopefully I'll get back into it and have some other types of videos, but at least I'll have my What's for Dinner videos. I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot speak. It's been a long day. But anyways, thank y'all for watching, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's What's for Dinner. I'm going to be making a recipe that my daughter Courtney found on Pinterest, and she asked me if I would make it for supper tonight, so we're going to make it. It is called creamy tomato beef pasta. So I've got 1 pound of ground beef. I'm going to add to it 1 onion that I've chopped up. Also, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 cloves of minced garlic. I always use the squeeze kind, so that right there is about close to 2 cloves. And we're going to go ahead and brown our meat, cook all this together. And in the meantime, I also have a pot over here with water that we're going to bring to a boil. And then we're going to cook a 16-ounce package of ziti pasta. But you can also use rigatoni, penne, ziti, you know, any kind of tube-shaped pasta, it says. So, I'm going to continue cooking this, and then I will come back and we will move on to the next step. Okay, y'all, while that's cooking, I have 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes. Now this calls for 2 cans of diced tomatoes with garlic, oregano, and basil, the Italian salt. I do not have that, so I'm going to add in some seasonings. But if y'all have been watching me for a while, you know my kids don't really like chunks of tomatoes. So just to make it a little easier, I'm going to put it in my little food processor thing and just kind of blend it up a little, and so it's not as chunky, even though this one isn't as chunky. But I'm going to do that, and then I'll pour it into this container. Oops, I'm making a mess. And then we'll add that in just a minute to our meat. But I just thought I'd show you that. So if you have kids like mine that don't like chunks of tomatoes, just put them in a little food processor thing and kind of pulse it up some. Okay, y'all, and what I'm going to do, since I don't have the garlic, oregano, and basil, we're just going to add in some garlic powder, just kind of, you know, whatever, and some oregano, and I'll stir this all in. Mom. And some basil. I know you left them here today. Oh. Hey, Mom. Huh? Okay, turning y'all around over here now. And this doesn't seem to be too greasy. This meat is pretty lean, so I'm not even going to drain it. So we're going to add in this tomato sauce, or tomatoes that is now like a sauce just about. We're also going to add in some heavy cream. I'm going to go get that in just a second. Oh, and I forgot to show you, I do have my noodles going over here. Put those in. there's this. So now we're going to add in 1 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I just used the same container, so I wouldn't have to mess another one up. And now we're going to add in, it's funny because I added in some of these seasonings to my tomatoes since I didn't have it. We're going to do it again, I guess. We're going to add in about 1/2 teaspoon of basil. 1/2 teaspoon of basil. And another 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And it's also calling for 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Let me go get some. There's the sugar. So we're going to bring this to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, we're going to reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So, turn this up a little. It almost seems like I've made something like this before. And maybe I have, but Courtney picked this out and I think it's going to be good. So I'll let this come up to a boil. Okay, y'all, it has been simmering, I think, for about 10 minutes. I forgot to turn my timer on, but I think it has. Tastes pretty good. So now I'm going to add the noodles in. And tonight's just going to be a real easy meal. I didn't know what else to make with it, so I didn't make anything else with it. So we're just going to stir this all up. And it says you can top it with Parmesan cheese. And, yeah. Okay, Adrian, how do you like the meal today? Is it good? Thank you. Bryce. Okay, Bryce, how do you like it?
It's good.
Cool. It's good. Courtney, oh, you like it? And Courtney?
It's good.
Good. Courtney picked this today, so she sent me the recipe. And I say it's good too. Very easy. And I could have made like salad and garlic toast and stuff, but I didn't. I was kind of lazy. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's What's for Dinner. I was watching Mandy in the Making earlier, and she made a copycat recipe that was called Roadkill Steak, which was, I guess, from a Texas Roadhouse recipe. I've been to Texas Roadhouse, but I've never purchased that. So I'm gonna kind of do my own twist on it. So I have a pound of hamburger meat, and I'm going to add in some of the Worcestershire sauce. And I didn't realize I hadn't opened this one. Had to get a new bottle out. So I'm going to put, I'm just kind of guessing. Maybe a couple of tablespoons or so. And then I also have some A1 sauce. Maybe a little bit more of that. Okay. We're also going to add in, she did, I think, seasoned salt, but I'm going to add in this Montreal steak seasoning. And I'm going to add what I think is, whoa, maybe that's about, I don't know, maybe more than a tablespoon, not sure. And I'm also going to add in 1 egg. Okay, now I'm just going to use my hand and mix this up. And it's just going to be me and the kids tonight. So I'm probably going to make just 4 decent sized patties. And we'll fry those up for supper tonight. And also I'm going to slice some onions and grill those. It also called for, she did mushrooms, but I do not like mushrooms. I'll eat mushrooms if it's like cream of mushroom soup and it's tiny and it's mixed into something, but I do not like big chunks of mushroom. Like if I have pizza, I take that out. What? I know, he's just he's funny. Okay, so now I'm going to try to make 4 equal sized patties, or as close to the same size as I can. So there's 1. So these are going to be about 1/4 pound each. Those are all pretty close to the same size. So let me wash my hands just a second. Okay, she cooked hers part of the way on the stove and the rest of the way in the oven. But I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to cook it the whole way on top of the stove. I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this non-stick cooking spray in here. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to put some butter in there, but that might be a little too much. I'm going to get my pan hot, and then we'll put the meat in. In the meantime, I will cut up some onions to have ready. Well, I got distracted, and I almost forgot that I was supposed to put this meat in here. So, go ahead. These are a little bit soft, so it was kind of falling apart. You try not to cook it too fast. Let those cook. And over on this other burner, I've got some butter I'm going to heat up, and I decided to just kind of roughly dice these onions. I was going to slice them, but I decided to kind of dice them. They're not in small chunks, but so I'm going to put those in there and let those be cooking while this is cooking. Dang it, I wasn't recording that. Okay, I flipped them over. I thought I was recording, but now we're on the second side. Okay, y'all, I turned my fan on so you hear that, but I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and I'm just going to set them to the side and cover them with foil because I don't want them to dry out too much. Well, if I can get it out. And I'm cooking my onions, and I'm making Velveeta shells and cheese because the kids love that. So I'm just going to remove this from the heat. Onions going. I'm just going to actually move this over here to this burner. Make it heat up faster than that one. And I think my onions look good. So I'm just going to move those to the side for now. And in a little bit I'll assemble everything. I'm just going to let this go ahead and cool. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go ahead now. I'm just going to put that meat back in this hot pan because I'm going to go ahead and put the cheese and the onions. Well, I'm not going to put onions on Adrian's because he doesn't want onions on his. So I'm just going to put them in here. And I'm going to put the onions on all of them but one. And then I'm going to put some Monterey Jack cheese on top of each of them. And I'm going to put the lid on here, and I think the heat should help melt that. If not, then I'll have to turn it back up. Okay, y'all. Now I'm going to get these other ones out. I set them on this other burner over here to kind of help them melt more, so I hope I didn't cook these too long, but we'll see. Get some of this mixture if anybody wants it. Put it on here. There's that. Okay, Adrian, how did you like tonight's supper? Good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good deal. Okay, now Bryce.
Hey.
Hey, how do you like it?
Really good.
Just didn't have
I
enough
wish you would
meat.
have made me more.
I know I only did 1 pound of meat. I'm sorry, but I have a lot of
So
mac
I'm
and
eating
cheese.
mac and cheese.
And Courtney has a towel in her head, so she won't let me show.
It's good. I liked it.
All
It's just the cheese kind of tasted a bit different, but
It was different.
it just tasted
It
a bit
was
different.
white.
Yeah. It was easy and good. I'm still eating on mine, so it was good.